Good day to you and welcome to Sage-Based Wisdom. I am Jana Schmieding.
I am Brian Bahe.
And we are podcasting to you from the sacred homelands of the United States Fair, whatever the fuck that was. The big fair.
Today, we'll be giving you, our listeners, some advice cultivated indigenously from our backgrounds in tilt-a-whirls.
And MagSafe attachments for the phone. If you're a frequent listener and want even more of us in your life, I don't blame you. Consider becoming an official wise ass by going to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com. And for a small fee every month, you can get so many more hours of Brian and I just feeding your brain with garbage.
Jenna.
Jenna.
Gemma.
Jenna. Ooh, what if my name was Gemma? Wouldn't I be cooler?
Gemma.
Wouldn't I be? I would be.
G''MA.
Ooh, sort of like Gama. It's like good
Gemma.
morning, short for good morning. Gama.
Have you been watching Widow's Bay?
Oh yes, binged the shit out of it. Loved it.
I started it last night. I'm halfway through. It's so good. People are like, it's a horror comedy. I'm like, it's straight up horror. I'm like scared.
It is scary. And a comedy. It's very funny too. I think it's so funny.
like there are like I'm laughing, but I'm still just so scared.
You're more scared than laughing for sure. I think it's like there are certain episodes that I'm like, oh my god, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Have you seen the episode where what's the woman's name? The funny lady character. God damn it.
I don't know any of their names other than the main guy.
I know. I'm so bad at the names, but you know his assistant, like
her
Suzanne. Her party. Have you seen that?
Her party was visceral for me. I watched that this morning. I was just like hiding under the covers, basically. Because it's
not
so
Brian getting spooked during Pride.
I think more of it was it made me flashback to every time I've had to like produce a comedy show, and I'm just like fuck, we don't have any ticket sales.
Oh
fuck,
my god,
fuck.
I know. It really does hit like different levels of fear and angst and like anxiety.
Yes.
Also the episode where she's running away from. Is it an axe murderer or like a?
I don't know if I've gotten that far yet.
Oh
the boogeyman, the guy who they call the boogeyman.
Maybe, and she's like,
I feel scared.
She just keeps running and running and running, and she's like, "Dang it!"
Oh, really?
She's like, "Damn it!" He keeps following her.
That's so.
She's
funny.
a great actor. I love.
She's really
actor.
good. I recognize her, but I honestly don't remember anything she's been in. But I know I've seen her before.
I don't think I have. She's great. We should literally just pull up the IMDb. That show is such a sleeper, a sneak up hit, a hit of the summer.
It really is, because I've heard so many people talking about it, and the way they've described it, I'm always just like, I'll get to it when I get to it. But enough people have been mentioning it that I'm like, I just finished. What did I just finish? I finished something. So I'm like, I need to start something new. And I was like, let me start this.
Yeah, Steve and I finished, what was it that we finished? We also finished something. And then he wasn't really into Widow's Bay the first couple of episodes, and I kept watching it, and I was like, bro, you missed out. You missed out on Widow's Bay. And also...
Is he a horror guy?
Not really, but he's also like not really a TV guy at all. Like he doesn't like much. I think we should reach out to Katie Dippold, the creator of Widow's Bay, and try to get her on the pod.
Yeah, we should.
She's
probably not busy.
friends of friends. Yeah, no, I'm sure she's literally
I
blowing
think
up,
it just got
but
renewed, right?
mhm.
So, yeah, they're probably in the midst of all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. We Oh, Wilma's gonna come into frame here.
Uh-oh.
Do you want a hug?
Well, hey. Long time no see.
Brian, she's a member of the LGBTQ plus community.
This was weeks ago, but there was this one guy who I met one night, and I went over to his place, and I think I had already he's like, "Are you allergic to cats?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, I have 2." And I was like, "Well, as long as they're not in the room, I'm fine." And he kept bringing it up in a way that I'm like, "You need to chill." He's like he almost was, like, offended that I was allergic to cats. He's like, "Well, just change the sheets so no cat hair on there." And he kept, like, bringing it up in a way that I'm like, Are you mad? Like, calm down."
Brian, you are also, to be fair, um, you hate cats.
I think I hate them because I secretly wanna be one.
Oh God, who doesn't want to be a cat? Look at this life. All you do is lay around. It's fucking nut. Like literally, I'm pretty sure cats are the most like elevated beings. They've like figured it out, you know?
Mhm.
They've cracked the code on life, and they literally couldn't be bothered with any of the world's catastrophes. I feel like even cats who are in peril are still kind of like, yeah.
Are they man-made like dogs? Because dogs were man-made, right?
Well, dogs aren't man-made, Brian. It's not like they're fucking AI. Um uh Cats are actually house cats are the closest relatives to their ancient like wild ancestors. They are the closest in genome. I don't know what the
Right, but they were domesticated. Like, humans,
they
like,
have been domesticated, but they
humans
were
were the ones that, like,
yes.
brought, like, a random species of cat and were like, "You're inside now."
And that random species of cat is called, I think, the like Western African uh wild cat or something. It's like a little small. There is a cat in I think Western Africa that is like a small little it looks like a little Wilma running around out in the bush, and they domesticated that cat, and they brought them to during westward expansion and, you know, quote unquote exploration slash the transatlantic slave trade. They used cats on ships to
For
m-
mice.
manage vermin. Yes,
Yeah, that's cool. I'll hand that to them that they're fast.
they're fast and they're sanitary.
Yeah, how does that work? How come they're able to eat vermin, but we can't? Is our
Well,
saliva different?
yes, their saliva's different.
Fuck.
I
We
know.
should be scientifically trying to work on their saliva. Get their
But
saliva in
also,
me.
no, because Brian, if you get bit by a cat, you can get like a really bad bloodborne illness. Like people have like lost limbs because of being cat bites.
That's terrifying. Why this now I'm questioning everything. Why would we
Be
ever put ourselves so in harm's way?
Well, did you know that one time early on in our relationship, I asked Steve to babysit the cats. He was like new to the cat world, and I had to go to Tulsa to shoot res dogs. And I was like, "Can you please take care of the cats? You just need to feed them, blah, blah, blah." He was like,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah, totally. I'm down." And while I was gone, while I was out of town, Steve somehow I don't know how it happened. He doesn't really know either because he was like not really used to moving around a home with a cat. I think that Shazi's tail got caught between the two pink chairs in my apartment, and
Mhm.
he freaked out while Steve was like reaching up to get the food out of the cupboard. Shazi like screamed out loud and chomped down on Steve's thumb and bit him and drew blood.
Fuck.
Steve had to go to urgent care immediately and get like a tetanus shot and like get the wound cleaned out and stuff. And he was like really stressed because he's an instrumentalist. He plays the bass for a living, and
Uh-huh.
he was like all scared that like that bite was gonna totally like wreck his hand. And it could have.
That's
So
terrifying.
it was terrifying. He lived through it, and Shazi was so sorry. And
I think I would have been if I was him. He's a stronger person than me because if I was him, I think I would have left. I just would have left the apartment, packed my
well, he did.
bags, never
Oh,
to return.
you would have left me, the partnership. Yeah, no, I am surprised he didn't. He like was tripping out. He was tripping out. He was stressed.
But I love drama sometimes, so that's kind of why I would do that.
It was very dramatic. I felt really bad. And I was like, I'm so, so sorry. Like I feel bad. I feel like an anxious parent with my cats. I'm like, I'm so, so sorry. Like that Wilma hissed at you or whatever. Like it's ridiculous. These cats they're so close to human beings. I don't get it.
Do you remember John, our producer? I haven't seen him in feel like years.
I
What's he up
know,
to?
because we
You
stopped
could
doing IRL recordings.
when you said hissed, it reminded me of when that crazy day with Jenny Yang when there was a Rube Goldberg machine of mishaps, and it ended with I guess Shazi hopping on a table and it hit full back arched like a cat, like a cartoon, full back arch and
Classic
hissing.
cat hiss. I know. Come here. Come on. I'm wearing my Wilma t-shirt of Wilma howling at the moon.
Whoa, that's cute. Where did you get that from? Because somebody one of my coworkers showed up with like that, but with his dog.
Cute. I just got it on like it was just like in my Instagram feed. It was like some random cat shirt. And then I got another one. This is kind of random too that like I got one for Steve of an orange cat biting somebody's hand.
That's so funny.
Speak of the devil. Wilma, you have to sit down. You have to sit down. Figure it out.
So we have, let's see, we have 2 more days till the end of Pride Month.
Yeah, but by the time this comes out, Pride will have been over. And here's my question for you.
Oh.
How was Pride for you this year?
It's crazy because it feels like it came and went in a flash. It's like suddenly June 1st, I was like, oh my God, it's Pride Month. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And then I think WeHo Pride was like the first or second week of June. Then like the weekend after that was LA Pride. They have 2 for some reason in the city.
Did you do any Pride related activities? Did you march in any parades? Did you go to any parties? Did you do any drag karaoke? Anything of that nature?
Honestly, no. I went to one gay bar and just kind of like hung out, and there was like people there with like little fans.
Okay.
those,
Okay.
those
And
rainbow
that's it.
and that's how I celebrated.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm taller.
I went to a Pride party last night
Mhm.
at friend of the pod, Lauren Smith, and it was delightful. They redecorated their like had their whole backyard like completely pimped out. And I want to shout out Brooke Helburn, wife of Lauren, for every party that they have a Halloween party every year. They have a pride party every year. Halloween is really fun. They really go all out, and they always hire like a tarot reader or a psychic or like somebody to come and do readings. So you
Mhm.
can like get on the list and like go get readings. And this year for Pride, they had drag queen Meatball.
I love Meatball.
Meatball was there, and
Tell me
Meat
everything. I'm
Meatball was doing readings.
Stop.
And
That's
and
so funny.
by readings,
She was reading you for filth?
yes. So
That's so
and
good.
nobody knew, because everybody who comes to their parties is always like, "Oh my god, there's a psychic, there's like a tarot, there's something," you know? And so when everybody got there, Brooke and Lauren would be like, "You gotta sign up for a reading, get your reading, hurry, get in line." And like everybody went in. I got the first reading from Meatball because I was like literally the first one there, which is kind of my way.
Hot,
Like
yeah.
I like to be first to arrive and first to leave.
Yeah.
That's sort of my Golden Girls senior citizen culture. I'm senior citizen culture, okay? And more more uh more than anything, I want to sort of revel in my age and just like have a good night's sleep.
Yes.
So got there early. Party started at 7. I got there at 7:15. I was first in line at the bar, got my cocktail, uh, and went and got my reading from Meatball, and I feel like Meatball was so accurate. They said she was like, not a soccer mom coming in here. Old Navy. What did she call me? Old Navy soccer mom. Literally, I was wearing head to toe Old Navy, like linen pants
Stop it.
and a gray t-shirt. Uh, I was also like, oh my God, it's so real because I also brought Rice Krispie treats to this party, like Pride Rice Krispie treats. I'm such a fucking mom. But then some people like got red and it was accurate in like Meatball was like, girl, you look amazing, you're like Linda Evangelista, like was like a good, it was like a positive
Yeah.
reading, you know.
Uh-huh.
So
Was it kind of everyone could see and hear it, or was it private?
private.
Okay.
Private, and then once you leave, it's kind of like now you know what the reading is, quote unquote. So
Right.
you don't want to tell everybody like
Right.
what it is so that everybody's surprised. And I'm sure that like,
God,
it
that's
was
so funny.
so funny. It was so creative. I was so proud of Brooke. Brooke started a trend that I feel like is such a good pride trend.
I don't know
And
if I could
such a good
handle
party
that.
trend.
I
No,
feel
you
like I'm
could.
too fragile sometimes, I think.
No, you could. It like that would a lot of people said that, and I think you have to trust a queen like Meatball to know, to sense the energy, to actually read the energy of a person and be like, this person is a little too sensitive for a really cutting read,
Well, the
you
thing about
know?
Meatball, I'm a huge fan of Meatball. Meatball hosts a great monthly drag show at this gay bar in downtown LA called Precinct called Fat Slut. And it's just like a
Ooh.
drag show, which is very fun. But then there's also a sexy food eating competition component to it.
Are you fucking
And
serious?
it's sometimes it turns into literally people putting stuff up their food up their butt.
Brian, we have to
Yeah, we
go.
have to go. It's so fun.
I want people to put food up their butt in front of me.
It's crazy. Yeah. You think you do, and then you do, but then you're kind of like, maybe I didn't.
Maybe not like spaghetti. Uh I would be really good at a sexy food eating contest.
You think so?
Uh-huh. I
Should
think
we do it right now?
I think I could eat sexily. I don't really have any food in front of me, but
I just finished eating.
yeah. What
Gosh
were you
damn
eating?
it.
Green beans?
I was eating eggs and spinach.
Oh god. Yuck. Um here's um here's the thing. I love I recently posted something to the gram that was like me just like smoking weed, and the caption was fat bitch summer, and I'm kind of sticking with that. I feel strongly that like this is not the season, this is not the year. 2026 is not giving let's get snatched for the summer season. Let's get beach body ready. I think this is the year of hot mess. Hot mess. Everybody just who fucking cares anymore, you know? It's like we don't we can't be bothered.
Right. Unfortunately, a component of my hot mess is to attempt to get snatched.
And you know that tracks with how you are, Bri. You're sort of a sort of a cultural contradiction in many ways. But I'm gonna say for women or femme identifying people, we are letting the cellulite hang out this summer, and we're
For
not
sure.
sucking it in.
For sure.
Okay,
I
and
support, I respect. Let me know how I can help.
I think really sort of celebrating the fat, the fat, messy, bitchy, uncouth unrefinedness of the human body, and lifting it up as if it is the most snatched shit you've ever fucking seen in your life. That is what you and the other actual snatched queens need to kind of get in line with.
Okay. I did
Sort of like
off.
celebrate gross messness.
I'm putting this out into the universe. Yesterday I offered a friend of the pod actually, Hayden Johnson.
Hayden.
She was basically like, "I heard you have a truck." And I was like, "Yeah." And what I'm and I was like, I need to drive Hayden around, but she's standing in the bed of the truck, kind of just like hair whipping, kind of holding onto the Do you understand what I'm trying to
Okay.
say?
Yes, no.
Yeah,
A
I'm like,
a moment.
yeah, and I'm putting that out there for anybody who wants
Wait,
that
did you do
moment.
it?
No, I didn't
You
have the
just
car.
offered.
I just offered because I feel
Got
like it
it.
needs to, yeah.
Okay. You know, that sounds like something that I might be into as well. And especially in sort of like a tank top, like a crop top and some tiny little
Yes.
shorts, so that not only is my hair whipping in the wind, but also my chub and my flub
Yes,
sort of
this is great.
flapping, if you
Yeah,
will.
down sunset.
After let's do Hayden first, the hot version, and then me. um because Hayden is sort of classically snatched, a bombshell, if you will. Um and I am not. I'm an old hag. But I do think that like sort of that what we're talking about aligns with both the caller and the Instagram reel from today,
Okay.
which I'm going to pull up now, the Instagram reel of it all. Um oops.
Like, I'm so happy I grew up fat, ugly, and emotionally neglected because it's taught me everything I need to know about humans. Like,
Yes.
nothing surprised. Oh, was that man mean to you? Yeah, like, of course.
You're a young woman. They love to do that.
Do you need to hear it again?
Damn. No. Okay, that's taking me back to my childhood.
That's the tea. Sort of so glad I grew up the way I did because nothing phases me now. And I resonate so hard with that little clip.
It's like, it's also crazy, not to bring it back to the LA of it all, but the LA of it all, of like everyone is the hottest person from their hometown. And so LA is predominantly hot people.
Well, Hollywood and Hollywood adjacent is full
Right.
of hot people. LA is actually quite massive and is a lot of locals and huge international community, immigrant community, people who don't identify with like whatever the Hollywood culture and the like cultural expectations that come with it, which is what
Mhm.
I kind of loved about New York. New York was a different vibe. It was like, be uniquely you. That's what stands out.
Yeah. That's what I
Whereas Hollywood is sort of
miss.
like, be snatched
Be like
and
everyone else.
yeah, be like conform. And I don't think any of us actually vibe with that. And I think that we should aim to buck that kind of culture and that kind of norm.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
who cares? I got looked down today by an old woman at the farmer's market because I was kind of wearing a little like hoochie shorts. Like I was like, and I'm almost 45 and my thighs are not toned. They're fine. They're not like, they're 45-year-old thighs, a woman who taught middle school for 10 years.
Mhm.
So, like, they're nothing special. But I saw this woman, this old woman who, like, was looking at me. I saw her through my sunglasses and she kind of, like, looked me up and down. And I could tell that in her mind, she was giving a judgment on my legs. And I was kind of like, where would you be without me, bitch?
Right. Live and
I'm
let.
like something interesting to see out on these streets.
Yeah. I'm providing the most entertainment you'll have all day.
That's right. Like if for the rest of the day all you see are like cute thin blonde women, then you're living in Hollywood. You're in the scene. But every once in a while you're going to get a glimpse of my little cellulite fucking thigh and it's going to spark something in your imagination.
Yeah. I'm providing a layer of existence that you're not going to see
Yeah,
every
and
day.
also what I want to be doing is providing a layer of existence that is uncouth, that is actually unacceptable. I want to push back. I want to be like a fat girl with my belly hanging out of the tank top, you know?
Yeah.
I want to be like uh I want to be like Meatball, like wearing a dress but with a full beard and a hairy chest. Like
Yes.
a big fat ass with a loud voice, you know? Like
Yes.
that's kind of like, I think we need more of that
We do need more of
cuz
that.
it's interesting. And also people I don't know how you feel about this, Brian, but like relative to this Instagram, this young woman is saying, I'm so glad I grew up fat, ugly, and emotionally neglected because now like nothing phases me. And I feel like that. I feel like I could like survive. I could survive the worst apocalypse. I can survive the worst level of what we're living through right now, which is kind of like an extreme sort of white Christian nationalism in our country. Like
Mhm.
a very boring sort of dorky version of what it means to be an American
Mhm.
is happening right now. They're trying. And I'm like, let me please be the opposite of that.
Yeah. Yeah, I love a reaction to something, an equal and opposite reaction to something. I feel like that's what that was my vibe as a kid. I was like, whatever my parents are doing, I want to do the opposite. Whatever
Yeah.
fucking is happening on TV or whatever,
Yeah.
let me do the opposite.
Whatever's expected of me, let me go the other way.
Right. Except I did like to get good grades. That was the only way I liked to
I did too.
conform.
I didn't like to, but I did. Yeah, I know.
I did
I
like
know.
to. I liked being like, yeah, I'm the fucking best. Even though I was like number 3 in my class.
That's crazy.
Somebody recently took a photo of her 4th grade science fair like rating or ribbon ceremony or something like that, and it was like there was like this Filipino guy who was always the smartest in our class. Then there was like somebody, then it was a toss up usually, and then me and her were like tied for 3rd.
What was her cultural makeup?
She was also Filipino, I think.
You're never gonna win against the Filipinos. So sorry. A fucking Hopi Navajo Thanatham fucking gay. Good luck to you.
That's literally, I think, why I'm so culturally Asian, because I was always with other Filipinos.
Yeah, you are always the Filipino/Japanese representative in your school. And the standards are high for our indigenous cousins, the Filipinos. But I also think, and I've said this before, I've talked a lot about this with other Native friends, that growing up Native, especially Native people who were raised like off of a reservation or, not necessarily in their tribal community, going to like the community tribal school or whatever, that like it does feel a little bit like an immigrant upbringing. There's a lot of like similarities in terms of like the expectation from parents to like be a good little Indian, to like get good grades, to like fucking,
So
show up.
My name
be
is
kind to your
Brian.
teachers.
That's like the classic like immigrant being like, oh, we don't want our kids to like have to deal with like feeling othered, so we're gonna name you Brian, the whitest name we can think of.
Wait, what are your parents' names?
Their parents are Ben and Joanne.
Okay.
But
I love the name Joanne.
But their last names were very like so Native. And I think yeah.
I think my family was like, you are kind to everyone. Like it was basically like I was raised to be a people pleaser, like just on my P's and Q's, always presenting as like kind, always like in community, showing up like bright and sparkly, like never having a bad day. I couldn't wear like ripped jeans to school or it would look like make them look bad. It's like have a good reputation and keep it squeaky clean. And now that I'm like, a grown adult and like have so many friends who are first, second generation, immigrant kids and families, I realized like, oh, yeah, there was like that kind of pressure on me too growing up. Like, are you looking at your bedhead?
I'm looking at, so I got a haircut Friday. And
listener, I see Brian checking himself out in sort of the camera.
I got a haircut Friday, and I literally was like, give me just like a trim on the sides because I'm like trying to grow it long a little bit. And when I looked fine there, but then when I left, whatever this side is to the watcher or listener, my
your
left
left
side,
our right,
my left side. It looks crazy. It looks like he took so much off. It doesn't match the right side. It's so crazy.
Where are you getting your haircut? Supercuts?
I almost don't want to shout them out because I am like, this is bad, and I think
okay, don't
I almost
shout
was
them
like
out.
I almost was gonna leave a bad Yelp review.
Brian.
Also, my Yelp review from when we filmed the pilot in Portland. I got something at a thrift store and I took it to a dry cleaner, and it was like a jacket with a bunch of like old patches on it. And I was like, oh, they were glued on. So I was like, I want to get this clean, but I don't want, because they were like
The patches
almost
to come
falling
off.
off. So I was
Uh-huh.
like, I'm gonna take this to them. I don't want to get like I don't want them to fall off. When I pick up the jacket, all of the patches are off. They're in a separate bag. They're wet, and I'm like,
They're
what?
wet.
They're wet, and I'm like, what
They're
happened?
like, we chewed on them.
And they just like, they didn't offer. They were like, look, this is just how it is. I'm sorry. Like, we tried to tell you or something. And I was like, what? I was so pissed off. Immediately stomped back to my hotel room, wrote a negative Yelp review. They did.
Are you
they
sort
did-
of a frequent Yelp reviewer?
No, I think this was the only time I've ever written a Yelp review. And
What did you say?
I regularly get email notifications that it's like, your Yelp review has 1,000 views. Your Yelp review has 15. It's kind of like my
And then not for the actual thrift store, but for the dry cleaner.
for the dry cleaner to be like, they ruined my
melting off
jacket.
your.
I was like, they ruined my jacket.
Do you want me to sew them on for you, Bri?
I did get it fixed
Okay, good.
ultimately, but it wasn't the same.
Yeah, bummer. That's the fault of the patchwork, because patches aren't always supposed to just be glued on.
I know, but the jacket was so cool, and there was just like a lot of patches on it, which made it even cooler.
The thrift scene in Portland is off the chain. Folks, if you don't know that, like, you got to go to Portland simply for go to Hawthorne and get your thrift on.
Yeah, it was overwhelming sometimes.
It was like too much.
And I consider myself a connoisseur.
And you are. Some of
But
the
I would
fits that you pull out are, I'm like, wow.
But I would walk out into a place and I'm like, I like don't know where to start.
I know. I don't either. I could spend millions of dollars and never wear anything. Okay, Bri, we have some advice that we have to give out today. And I really like this person's voicemail here.
Hey, Jana, Brian, and nefarious guest. My question is about asking for help. How do I ask for help without feeling like a loser? We are social animals, social beings who need each other in community, and yet there's so much for me to overcome whenever I need help from other people, which is all the time. So just any thoughts on that, any advice would be helpful. Thank you.
Bri? Your advice on this is going to be very interesting, because I don't think that whatever advice you give, you're not following it. And that's a read. And that's a meatball style read.
Yeah, for sure. And this is as hearing this question, I was like, I am the wrong person to give advice on this, because I fall into that same category. I will not ask for help.
Why? Tell me why.
Things got to get dire for me to ask for help.
Why?
I think it's because I don't know if it's my upbringing or just like what I feel like I need to be.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, I just feel like I have to be so self-sufficient. I feel like for me, this is like truly tied to my family, I think. I feel like for me, being an adult meant that I could do whatever I want whenever I wanted to. But if I asked for help, then suddenly there were strings attached, and I no longer was a free adult that could do whatever I wanted.
So for you, okay, let's like put it in a situation, right? Like let's say, okay, here's a situation that I was in the other day and I asked for help. When I had the flu, when this comes out, it will have been a couple weeks ago. I woke up one morning and I felt like absolute fucking shit. So sick. And I knew I needed to go to the doctor. I was like, I just got to get my lungs listened to and get some antibiotics and like beat a sinus infection before it like gets to my brain. And get some medicine. So I was like, I could dry myself and, you know, make a slight, my urgent care is not, it's like probably like 1.5 miles away, maybe 2, very close. But I felt so bad and I felt sort of out of it in a way that was like, you know, when you have like a really bad hangover and you're like, am I still drunk? Kind of. That's kind of the feeling that I had. I was like, I'm not fully like in my body. So I called Brooke, my friend Brooke, who was the one who brought Meatball to her pride party last night. And I called up Brooke and I said, hey, would you mind bringing me to urgent care? She knew I was sick. And she was like, absolutely, I will be there really in 10 minutes. You know, I got you. She came into urgent care with me. She brought me home. You know, she offered to bring me to the pharmacy, but my prescriptions weren't ready yet. So I got, bye baby. Steve is leaving. Steve is leaving me forever. Just kidding. He's going home. So Brooke brought me to urgent care. And it was like truly kind of saved my ass because, you know, otherwise I would have driven myself. Who knows what could have happened? You know, maybe it was fine. It would have been fine, but it just would have been uncomfortable, and I would have had to like really steel myself for the drive, you know, and like tried to like I could have Ubered, but I was like, that's so expensive for just like literally like 2 miles away. Brooke lives nearby, and she was happy to do it. What if you were so sick that you kind of were on your ass and you needed to go to the doctor to get medicine? What would you do, Bri?
I would try to figure out a way to make it so nobody had to get involved. Unless it was like literally like dire ass consequences.
I'm saying, what if it was really bad? Like
then I would then I would have to then I would ask somebody.
Who would you ask?
Honestly, CG.
Nice. CG lives nearby?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. CG's a good one.
Friend of the pod.
But it would really take it being dire for you to do that.
It would have to be pretty dire, I think. I think.
And why? Why?
This is couples therapy.
Yeah. Tell me why.
I think it's because I just like don't want to have to like be, I don't know if vulnerable is the right word, but
maybe, yeah. I think so.
I think vulnerable is like 40 to 50% of it. And the other part is like, I don't want like for my interactions or like with people to be like, oh, he's sick or whatever.
You don't want the interactions with people to be he's needy.
Not needy, but it's just like I feel like it's like a positive interaction is like we're having fun, we're hanging out, and then not like, and then like I guess a negative interaction is like, oh, it's like this is kind of like serious and like real life shit or whatever.
Right.
But as we mentioned last pod, not everything is a binary.
That's right.
And so obviously I'm exploring gray spaces.
Well, and also how I also am, and we've talked about this before because both of us are the same in that we don't like asking for help. Really
Yeah.
don't like very independent, even when we need help. Remember how I was so offended that you didn't ask me to help you move?
Yeah.
Like that to me, what that, and this might be helpful to the listener. CG being asked to take you to urgent care, just
Mhm.
like my friend Brooke, might be like, oh my God, I am considered a close friend to Brian if he's asking me to do something like this important, to
Mhm.
handle him with care, to provide care for somebody is like a great honor.
Mhm.
Don't you think that's how CG would feel if you
Yeah, I think
asked
so.
her? Like she would be like, "Oh, I will be there right away, no
Yeah.
problem." And that's the same with me. Like if somebody is like, "Hey, would you mind picking me up something or whatever, like I'm going through it or whatever. Can you come over or whatever?" Like to me I'm like, "Oh my God. I am so honored." And it's just like this podcast, the whole premise is giving people advice, whether it's solicited or not. Like when somebody comes to you and is like, "Brian, I need some advice." Don't you feel so fucking cool and important?
Yeah.
You're like, you're a specialist, like you're a special friend, you're a trusted friend, and somebody wants advice from you. Like somebody wants your help specifically.
Yeah.
That is a special thing.
My thing, okay, now that I've been thinking about it, I think I don't like to ask for help because I like the idea of being self-sufficient, like doing stuff on my own, which is a toxic
Yeah.
trait. I like the idea of being like, "Oh, I did all of this, like I figured out a way to do it, on my own."
Yeah.
And in my head, what that's getting me is like memoir vibes of like
Right.
when I tell the story of the one time that I had to get to urgent care and I was on my deathbed or whatever, I
Right.
figured it out. Like
Right.
that's like, and that's probably unhealthy.
Well, I think it's like
But
a very American, I pulled myself up by the bootstraps. Like, I
yeah,
can do everything alone. I'm a strong,
which is unhealthy, I
able-bodied
think.
individual. I think it is. I think
Yeah.
it's unhealthy, and it's also like, it's not how humans actually are.
Right.
It's
Yes.
not realistic. It's not natural. Like, it's sort of, it's a very individualistic way of either
Right.
presenting or looking at humanity. And I think what I'm saying to this caller is um to like eliminate the fear of that, like that same kind of like uh mindset or framing of looking at ourselves as like, no, I'm strong and I'm going to pull myself through this, and then at the end of it I'm going to be able to say I did it all myself.
Mhm.
Like at the end of my life, in my memoir days, I'm going to look back and say, and I didn't have anybody's fucking help. Man, I was on my deathbed that one time I had the fucking flu, and I couldn't get myself to urgent care. I got it. I got there anyway. I paid $20 to take an Uber, and I only had $20 left in my bank. Whatever, it's
Yeah.
like that kind of like, I'm a strong fucking man. I don't know what it is, but it's like it's total bullshit. And my argument is it's actually like the kind thing to do is to consider other people.
Absolutely.
And to be like,
Absolutely.
I'm letting you into my life by saying I'm in a vulnerable position and I do need your help. And that makes you more human. It makes you a kinder person. It lets people into your world. It makes them
Mhm.
feel important and special to you. It's
Yes.
like giving them a gift. It's like giving them a very personal greeting card that says, you are specifically equipped to handle me when I'm at my sickest. You have this special way of handling me and like taking care of me. Will you please like do me this favor? Like,
Totally.
what a kind thing to
I
say.
agree with all of that. But I think it's hard sometimes to understand that when you're the person asking, because all
100%.
you can think about is just like the how it's being perceived, maybe in like a negative light or something.
100%. And that's
But
why I think we should practice doing it when we're not super down and out, you know?
totally. I think you're reminding me of a TikTok I saw.
Yes! Tell me about the TikToks.
The TikTok I saw, I've seen it multiple times, so I feel like it's probably AI generated. But
God, they're really getting us with the AI these days. They're really getting us.
but it's basically like doing the only thing something seems difficult because you're doing it for the first time or something.
Right.
And it's like the more you do something, the easier it's going to get. So it's like the more you ask for help, the easier it will be to ask for help.
That's
And
right.
so I think taking the first step is probably obviously the hardest part. It's unfamiliar.
100%.
It's
100%.
unfamiliar to you to ask for help, but once it becomes familiar, it'll just be regular.
Absolutely. So let's ask for help when the stakes aren't so high for us. Let's ask for help like even when it's something minor, so that when it gets to the part where we're doing something really hard like moving, or uh we are sick, or we need some money. Like that's another thing that's like fuck, like sometimes help is actually like the hardest thing to ask for, because it's a big deal to other people, you know?
Right. And that's why it's going to
Like
be tough for me to ask for help funding my short film.
for some reason I don't get the feeling that it is going to be that hard, Bri. Your short film about dogs dressing up as dogs.
Yeah.
Um no, I think
I'm going to say I'll send you the mood board.
I think that is like, you know, like last night when I was at the Pride party, one of my friends, and a friend of the pod, but I'm not going to name her by name because she said she's getting a breast
LASIK.
reduction, like I got. And she was
trying
like,
to
I
think of who this could
actually
be.
I might need your help when I recover, because um my family will be out of town, and normally I would just like ask them to help me, but if you are available, I would love your help. And I was like,
I'm trying to think of
you.
now who our guests have been with enormous. No, I'm kidding.
And you wouldn't guess, because this is actually like it's not like a giant it's not like my breast reduction where it was just like the rack was fucking huge. More of a breast reconstruction, let's just say.
Okay.
But not for cancer reasons. So yeah, anyway, the point is I got asked to provide care in a recovery from a surgery that I have also gotten, and I was like,
That's beautiful. And you
I
want to
was
know
like,
what's
I
sad?
love that.
You want to know what's sad about me sometimes?
What?
I think people have done similar things where they're like putting out feelers for stuff like that. And because my schedule sometimes can be so erratic, I will honestly be like, I don't know if I can do that because I might have to do this other thing. And I feel like that is giving off the impression that I'm unwilling, but I think I'm willing. But
I
it's
think
just like,
you're willing, Bri. And you know
but it's just like
what?
this job, like
I
sometimes
know. You have a
this
bit of
job is
a
crazy.
schedule. But you know what I'm going to do is next time I need help with something, I'm going to ask you, Bri. And you know
I'm in
what? I think we should put this out to the world, folks. Brian, unlike a lot of people in Los Angeles, has a massive pickup truck. Get your requests in now, honey. You need something moved. You need something hauled. You need to get some fucking sawdust into your new flower beds, your raised beds, your garden. Are you moving a piece of furniture to from a warehouse to your home? You need a pickup truck. Brian's your boy. Also, he has muscles.
Well, I'm ready. I'm willing. Yesterday, Nori hinted at, she's trying to move, and she's like, "I heard you have a
Again?
truck," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Look, I would help, absolutely."
Absolutely. And listen, Hayden wants to do a simple hair blowing in the wind music video back of a pickup moment. There you
I'm
are.
here. I'm here for that.
Listen, Brian Bahe is available for hire, for favors, to show up for you in that way. Do this kindness for him that he can do for you. So to the listener, think about everybody else and how special you might make them feel by asking for help. You could really make someone's day by being like, help me out, please.
And listener, look, I don't know what your childhood was like, but based on you calling in with this question, it may have been similar to mine.
Yeah,
We're
probably.
all, don't you want to grow as a human being?
Don't you want to grow?
Don't you want to experience everything that life has to offer?
Don't you want to experience vulnerability like Brene Brown wants us all to do?
Brene Brown, not to be confused with Renee Round.
Renee Rousey. Ronda Rousey.
Listener, just ask. Pick up that phone.
Pick up that phone.
Ask for help.
Ask for help.
Text 3 people. Text 3 people that you think would do it.
And here's a practice assignment, listeners.
Because sometimes I make the mistake of I'll ask one person who thinks it. I'm like, they'll probably be the most helpful. And they'll either not respond or they won't be able to do it. And sometimes my ego can't take that rejection. And so I will just not ask anybody else after. So maybe you text 3 people right in a row at the same time.
Listen, I'm going to say, do we start doing weekly challenges? Here's a weekly challenge. Here's our first weekly challenge. Listeners, text somebody today when you listen to this and ask for advice. Text somebody specific and think, this person is going to give me good advice about this thing. Ask your friend for advice and make them feel special by asking them for advice.
My advice will be texting people and being like, should I write a negative Yelp review for this one specific hairstylist that cut my hair on Friday and gave me uneven.
Okay, can I give you some advice about that? Is your Yelp profile Brian Bahe?
Honestly, probably. I don't know.
Then I'm gonna say don't do it. Only if you have a pseudonym or a different...
I mean, I can easily make one.
Yeah. I think my Yelp handle is something like Jana Banana or something like that. I just don't want people to see my real actual name and be like, this hairstylist that I just went to yesterday fucking botched me.
But then I'm also like, I do want to experience everything that there is. I need a bad haircut.
This is my adversity. These are the hurdles that I have to go through in life.
I'm like, is this story? Is this a story area?
All right. Folks, join us on the Wise Ass after this if you are a wise ass, and if not, become a wise ass by going to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com and be a better friend to us. But that's all the advice we have for today. If we hope that it meant something to you at all. But if it didn't, we won't be issuing any refunds.
If you or anyone you know needs advice, has a question, or just wants to chat, leave us a call or voice memo. You can find that information in the show notes. And if you call the Google voice number, it 90% of the time will come directly to my phone. So definitely go that route.
Definitely. And subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, but also on YouTube, and see our beautiful shiny faces every week. It's free. So you got that going for you. Thanks for tuning in. Stick around for the Wise Ass edition. Kocha.
Hagone.